Stories. A viewer sent this video to us after watching a chase in Greenville County, and it all happened just before 8 this morning when police say a driver fired shots at another driver along Malden Road, then fired shots at a trooper and officers during the pursuit. But it's not the only chase we're following today.
That's right. Fox Carolina's Brookley Cromer is live outside the Law Enforcement Center in Greenville tonight. So, Brookley, we're talking 2 separate chases and shots fired tonight.
That's right, Cody, and 3 people are behind bars tonight. 2 of them are locked up in Anderson County and another suspect locked up here in Greenville after the sheriffs in both counties say they fired shots at law enforcement while leading them on a chase. 2 different chases involving shots fired at law enforcement, happening just hours apart across 2 upstate counties. The first started in Greenville around 8 a.m. Police say a driver fired shots at another driver near QT on Malden Road.
The victim of the shooting saw our police officer's vehicle there, pulled into that QT station, and alerted officers that they had just been fired upon by this individual.
Police say the driver, now identified as Cedric Arnold, fired shots at law enforcement.
The vehicle then pulled back into the QT station, opened fire on the trooper seated in his vehicle, did not strike the trooper or his vehicle, and then fled out of the parking lot.
Police say Arnold then led them on a chase for nearly 10 minutes while firing shots from his car until finally coming to a halt at another QT on Grove Road in the county.
He actually did fire upon our officers who tried to stop him, and he was continuing to discharge his firearm at pursuing officers and deputies.
Surveillance footage shows investigators pulling into QT on Grove Road, where deputies say Arnold was stopped with force, then had to be tased and pulled from the car. Sheriff Johnny Mac Brown says 3 deputies were injured, taking him into custody.
Trying to eradicate him from the car, knocking the windshields out, bringing him out of the car. That's where the injuries came from.
Arnold is now locked up, facing multiple charges. And hours later, another chase, this one in Anderson County. The sheriff says shots were fired at a deputy during a high-speed chase. It all started when he says a deputy tried to stop a stolen car on River Road, and the driver took off. Deputies say they chased the car to Eilear Street, where they used stop sticks and a canine to help make the arrest. The driver, Christopher Llewellyn, and his passenger, Monica Crago, are both locked up.
We're glad we got this guy off the road. Certainly, if he's willing to shoot at law enforcement while being pursued, he'd probably shoot anybody.
Well, thankfully, no one was hit during either incident, and at this hour, we're still waiting to find out when each of the 3 suspects will have their bond hearings. Live in Greenville County, Brookley Cromer, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
And fortunately, all of these law enforcement officers were able to go home tonight to their families. But 20 years ago today, a Greenville County deputy was gunned down while trying to break up a fight. Marcus Whitfield was only 27 years old on the job just 3 years when he was shot